Hello everyone, more Pioneer today with Rakdos Midrange. I have already played this deck for the channel. At this point, it must be like a couple of months ago, and I didn't like the deck. I thought it was pretty underpowered, especially the cards, the Graveyard Trespasser. I was playing 2 copies of Soaring back then, which I happily see being cut. The deck is clearly winning. It's clearly one of the best deck in Pioneer. It won several challenges, and it won the Pioneer Showcase last weekend in the hands of Marcio Carvalho. Pioneer Showcase is a 10-round Swiss event, so over 380 people. So the sample size, it's quite good, Very, I mean, it clearly means that this deck has legs, and if you have the cards, this is a very good choice. Again, I'm not knowledgeable enough in Pioneer to say that this is the better deck, or this deck is good matchups and bad matchups, but I clearly recognize the results of the high-level tournament as much as the Pioneer Showcase. So this is a Rakdos, this is a mid-range deck, so if you've played Modern Jund, this is exactly it. It's a bunch of removal spell like Fatal Push, Dreadbore, and discard spell like Thoughtseize, and then you have card advantage creatures. You have the Bloodtithe Harvester, which is actually a pretty solid card. 2 mana 3/2 that gives you a blood token to loot your land, as well as removal spell at need, and it has Fable of the Mirror Breaker. If you have played Magic lately, Fable of the Mirror Breaker is one of the better card in Pioneer, and it's no surprise, definitely the card that's carrying the deck. Bonecrusher, Graveyard Trespasser are your 3-drop that are also 2 for 1. You can kill a creature with this. Your opponent has to discard a card with this. Graveyard is very relevant in this format. In fact, you see 3 go blank in the side for the Greasefang and the Treasure Cruise matchups. You have 1 copy of Goblin Dark-Dwellers, which is there to most of the time just flashback a removal spell or a Thoughtseize. And then some powerful 4-drop Chandra and Kalitas. 25 lands, a lot of creature lands, 4 of them, and then some useful lands like Sokenzan, Castle Locthwain, Takenuma, Urborg, and Shatterskull Smashing. So we got some extra removal, 1 Hearse main, 1 Hearse side, and yeah, and Lifebane Zombie. Lifebane Zombie. This is an old card, isn't it? I remember playing Lifebane Zombie. I guess M14 standard. Must have been a last time. Mono blue Devotion. That was my deck. Then it was Mono Black Devotion playing the zombie. 1 copy of Tenacious Underdog. 2 mana 3/2 that could come back from the graveyard. You can discard it with the Fable and bring it back. You can discard it with the Bloodtithe Harvester and bring it back. Some minor synergies there. But yeah, definitely a deck that I wanted to try again. I remember, well, so again, the deck is clearly winning, and it's clearly putting up good results. And there has been some talk of things like, oh, it's one of the worst deck ever. And I was also adding to that discussion, as I didn't really like the deck the one time I played it. I was very surprised that people kept winning with it. But then you reached a point where, or when, it's winning too much. And it's clearly not. Your idea, your opinion was maybe wrong. Was maybe, you didn't have enough knowledge. It's like something similar to Team Rhinos in Modern, if you want to put it that way. Like, the deck does a very simple thing over and over, and maybe what a better example is Black Green Yawgmoth. The deck has like this mediocre creatures, and you feel like I personally beat it a lot, but then it wins way too much for you to keep saying that. So you just give up and accept that it's a strong deck, and even if you don't really know its potential at the time, you have to respect it. All right, yeah, this ends very good end. It's a very good hand. Let's go with Hive and Thoughtseize. This card comes to play tapped. Mono red. Actually a very good hand as well from my opponent. Wow. I can go turn 1 Kukumano, turn 2 Burning Tree Karizev. What a hand. Thank God I'm on the play. Do I take Eidolon? Do I take Kukumano? Opponent plays Fanatical Firebrand turn 1, which does basically nothing. And then they play Burning Tree Karizev. I think I take Eidolon. I think Eidolon is the strongest card of their hand. Honestly, though, there's a reason for taking anything here. Outside of the Fanatical Firebrand. I'm not gonna play Thoughtseize. I mean, I could play Thoughtseize, but I just want to have a creature and then follow it up with a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Maybe discard this Thoughtseize. Yeah, so they go 3-3, they trades with my Harvester into Karizev. So hopefully I find an answer for Karizev, maybe not next turn, but the one after. And I pass. And they attack. So that one trades here, this one trades here. I take 3. Tarka command. I mean, they don't have mana, but that would be devastating. Okay. That's it. I only took 3 damage. They play Dentap. They have Ramunap and Fanatical Firebrand. They have Ramunap and... Okay, Fanatical. They don't have a land in end. So I'm gonna... Whoa. That's good. Alright, let's discard Thoughtseize and Shatterskull Smashing, probably. Kalitas, Traitor of Ghet. And this one's gonna carry. I went 1, 2, 3, 4 on the play. I'm gonna win this game. But I also had a good curve. But as you know in Magic, if both players have a good curve, the player on the play will win the game. How did the Ignis Steamer deck work yesterday? It worked great. Gonna upload the video in a few days on YouTube. If you're watching this YouTube video, it's already gone up. We went a very good record. Okay, they drew a Kukumano, Babine, you got no cards in hand. Kalitas. It's legendary, in case you forgot. So, should I just attack here? Yeah, why not? Why not attack? I can go attack and play Bloodtithe Harvester. Remember the rules with first strike creatures. First strike creature always have to attack. Sorry, or let me repeat. Remember the rules with lifelink creature. Lifelink creature always have to attack. That's the general rule with lifelink creatures. And this is a vampire, so you can sacrifice it to the Kalitas. Buongiorno, Bat Shaper. Alright, I drew a land. Do they have a companion? No. Yeah, because they play Eidolon and Burning Tree. Okay. I'm thinking to sacrifice the Bloodtithe Harvester to the Kalitas. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. What does Kalitas do? If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, instead you make a zombie. I guess I can also do... No, I should do this block. Trading here and blocking here. So this way I make a zombie. Yep. I could suck the zombie on the Kalitas. Yep. Oh. Actually, I'm not going to because that could... Nah, I'm going to. I don't want to discard my Kalitas. Opponent's very dead here. Alright. I killed that because I can block and sacrifice to not make me gain life. But yeah, okay. Playing as Mono Rouge. This one, exile target creature with 1 vote or greater. Huh. I should not. I don't have anything in my sideboard. I guess it's a good matchup already. Well, I have a license hers to cut 100%. I guess I'm bringing it to rest. Yeah. That's it. Not not a cyber ready for mono red, let's say, but I guess your main deck is. Alright, 1, 2, 3, once again, very good end. 1, 2, 3. Keep. Alright, they go mountain. Let's start. Oh, sure. 12 bot doesn't seem that good against me. And pass. Mountain. I'll pass. I only got sorcery speed card here. You shocked me. Alright. Hello, MTG Master. Do I want to cut Thoughtseize? Well, if I had Cyber card, I could consider it. But it's not the situation since I have no Cyber cards in this matchup. Nice. I'm definitely going to Dreadbore this. I'm going to not play cut because next turn when my opponent plays Torban, I'm gonna go Chandra, add mana, play cut. Okay? So we play Dreadbore in this. Whereas you can't Chandra in Dreadbore. This seems a very good matchup. Like, my deck is just mono removal spell, my opponent deck is just mono creatures. Like, I have a tough time believing that this card is playable, though. Du Trezoro, bonjour. Hola, Trezoro, ¿cómo vas? 10 months, thank you, thank you. And going Chandra plus cut is an old play that we used to make in Standard of Kalitas. Very good play. Oh. I have no idea what to do. I'm gonna exile top card. Let's see what it is. Another Chandra. Shock. I'll play Stonks. And I'll play a Graveyard Trespasser. And pass. Trespass. Pioneer content always deserves subs. That's good. I'm a little bit afraid that, you know, I won't get the same views that I get with Modern on the YouTube videos, but, you know, I've lived with that in the past. Switching from Arena to Magic Online. I can... Alright, do I want to fire off a land or just... I think I'm just casting this big boy. We got a raid. Thank you, Arrowhead Blah. Welcome. Chandra's basically Brandon 6. It stays here, it does value, and then eventually kills my opponent with the emblem. Dreadbore. Thoughtseize. Oh, Emberclava. Che schifo. Why do you play Embercleave? Alright. Rakdos. Rak 1, Rakdos. Okay. Creature matchups should be under control. What scares me the most, honestly, just as always, is the Izzet matchup. I'm always afraid of the Izzet matchup every deck I play. I'm sure there's decks that are good against Izzet, but I'm always scared of playing against Izzet in Pioneer. Yesterday we played 2 Pioneer Leagues. We went 9-1, only played against 1 Izzet and lost. So, with 2 different decks. So, the mono green matchup should also not be the best one for this deck. I think this deck is in a weird space in which it's favored against every non-tier 1 deck. It's similarly to Blue-Red Murktide, that loses to Fur Collar, Living End, and Hammer, but beats everything else, so it's still a very good choice. I don't know, again, I am kind of like watching from the outside in Pioneer. I make a league here and there. You know, I try to keep up the informations, but I'm not a all-in content creator like I don't know. I would be for example for Modern. Do I think this deck is favored against blue-white? That's what I heard. That's the narrative. I don't have an opinion on it because I've never played it. But whenever I listen to the Midweek Metagame podcast, they always refer to that matchup as positive for Rakdos. Okay. Opponent plays Yorion. I'm gonna hold the Shatterskull Smashing. I have enough lands. What's the name of the podcast? Midweek Metagame. It's the podcast with Gabriel Nassif. Opponent maybe is playing what? An Esper Doom Foretold deck, maybe? Yeah, the Midweek Metagame podcast. I've been a patron of them for so long at this point. During the whole pandemic, they've been doing some very good content. Also, they're just on every week. I reward a lot the consistency. I love the consistency of the Midweek Metagame podcast. And I've been teased with it in the past, but I'm also going to start a podcast soon. Nothing 100% sure, but it should happen eventually. Okay, my opponent discards a card and then reanimates it tapped. Restoration of Iganjo is a good card. It's also in my vintage cube. I'm gonna loot a blood token, discarding a land here. I'm gonna hold spells, even though they're probably bad in this matchup. I'm gonna hold them. Yeah. Oh wow, it is Doom Foretold. I smell the Doom Foretold over there. Wow, look at the combo there. So good, this combo. Congrats, opponent. Really congrats. Like, no, this is insane value. 5 cards in your hand. And this is a deck out of Kayaya. And I don't feel favored in this matchup. I need my Planeswalkers. Basically, this is like, I have all my removal spell now, and they have their removal spell. But their removal spell have targets, or my removal spell don't. I'm still not gonna sacrifice. I'm still not gonna sacrifice. Oh, sorry, discard a removal spell because they might. I mean, they have Yorion. They might have like this thing that I want to kill and etc. So the way I think it goes is this deck beats on creature deck. And then you have, I mean, this format is very much like standard, the Pioneer format. You have the control deck that beats the midrange deck, the midrange deck that beats the aggro deck, and then you have the aggro deck that beats the control deck. In theory, this is what a standard metagame looks like. your Rakdos deck have powerful cards like, you know, Thoughtseize and Fable with the Mirror Breaker, but these decks can easily go on top of the. Well, opponent is actually playing Esper Doom Foretold. What a mad. Okay. Let's go cut here, so that I also get a zombie token. I would love to have a companion here to pick up, but I don't. Do I want to discard a land for the blood token? I don't mind that. Maybe not. Let's just play a land attack. Let's play a land attack and pass here. I played a land because they might deal 4 damage to Kalitas, in which case I need to sacrifice the zombie. What did they do? Okay, they played Treacherous Blessing. Opponent is only on 17. Did they gain life? Yeah, they gained 3. Cutter Ribbons can deal them damage. They play Rite of Oblivion. Wow, they didn't sacrifice Trial. Why? Because if you exile my Kalitas. Heh. Goodbye, Kalitas. This is an uncommon. Crazy. What a strong card for being an uncommon. Spirited Companion. Why did you not sacrifice the blessing? I don't understand. Alright. You want to blanket to draw a card? What? They missed the land drop? What's going on here? Oh no, they didn't miss a land drop. I'm not gonna discard anything. I think my hand can be used. I might just want to go Sokenzan here. And attack. They trade with a token. They got a 12. Again, I don't really feel like I'm... Whoa, they chump blocked. Sure. Why? Woman of the Sea. Okay. I could have Sokenzan Channel last turn. Yeah, but I figured I already... Oh, end of turn, you mean. In response to the Rite of Oblivion. Yeah, I should have probably done that. I was thinking... Yeah, I should have probably Sokenzan my opponent's turn. You played Kaya's Breath. Yep. You gain 3 life as well. Yep. And you don't return Yorion. Interesting. Do I want to crack a blood? I don't think so. I'm gonna hold the blood for a land here. Let's go Den. Hopefully my opponent doesn't ever remove a spell. Doesn't seem like they do. Yeah, Kaya's Wrath gaining them. Oh no, number of creatures you control. Okay, no, so it didn't gain them any life. Sorry, they're just playing Kaya's Wrath over Supreme Verdict for I don't know what reason. They bottom both of their cards. Opponent probably just woke up from 2019 and they're like, sorry, maybe 2020, and they're like, I want to play this deck. And they told them it's not in standard legal anymore. So, alright, what's the next format I can play this? Pioneer. Alright, they'll do it. I'm gonna make a league with this deck in Pioneer. And I can even get away with a win here. I'm not saying that my opponent deck is terrible. Right to be on my token. Poor token. They finally, though, sacrificed the Treacherous Blessing. They got it. They understood the play. I'm gonna hold the Fatal Push because that one kills the Shambling Band. Again, no reason to crack the blood to discard a spell. No! No! My tin! Alright, now I will discard a spell. I think Dreadbore. Well, listen, if I sacred a Dreadbore and they play a Planeswalker, I'm gonna be mad. I have to keep the 2 Fatal Push because they have 2 Shambling Bands. They have a ban. I'll discard a Dreadbore, but... Bella pescata. Go. Rakdos wins against control. I wouldn't say that. Destroys, you said? I wouldn't say that. Maybe wins, yes. But destroys seems... I mean, considering that the last challenge, Blue-White literally beat double Rakdos in the top 4. Oh, another Treasure's Blessing. Okay. I hope you fire off the Shambling Band. You don't. That's unfortunate. Still in 7. That's a nice draw. Play this Fable. Yeah, they shouldn't have counter spells in their deck. The Hive does cut ribbons, which is gonna maybe be relevant in this game. You think the opponent's winning? Yeah, I mean, depends on their cards in the deck, honestly. Because if the cards in the deck are not very good, we might just end up chipping in damage here and there, and eventually just cut him. Cut him! Okay, you get a 6. Yeah, I lose my Goblin Shaman token. Goodbye. And then you play Doom Foretold. No! Doom Foretold, no! Man, Doom Foretold, what a card. Alright. Is the opponent dead on board, though? I think they are. Because I suck the Fable, so I don't lose. I don't have to make them pop off that. Draw. Yeah, I mean, is there any other play I should make here? No. I don't think they have counters in their deck. I'm gonna do a good old cut to ribbons here. A good old cut to ribbons. Opponent was punished for their greed when they didn't sack this on turn. I don't know what it was. Good old cut to ribbons for the win. What year was this? I think 2017. Alright. So playing against control, I guess I have a lot of things now. Yeah, this is a lot of things. What do I take out? I'll take out all the Dreadbores, the Unlicensed Herds, the cut to ribbons actually, after winning me the game is gonna leave. A couple of Fatal Push. Good morning, Lemona Spresciata. Come va? Oh, la Lemona Spresciata, will you be this weekend? Sunday. At the Pauper tournament. Can't wait to try the initiative mechanic in paper. Alright, I have to cut a land here. And this is a lot of 3-drop, but it doesn't matter. Play not a standard player? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I won so many games to cut the ribbons. We still have this card in our cube. We still, like, cube people out. Bonecrusher Giant aren't great either. Well, Bonecrusher Giant is a threat. You don't cut threat in the control matchup. You only cut bad answer. You leave all the threats in. Actually, I might just remove a Kalitas. Kalitas sounds pretty bad. You know what? I should probably just get rid of both of them. The Kalitas is bad. It's not a good threat. It's a pretty slow threat. It's a 4-mana 3/4. It's like Torban against a deck with removal spell. You play a deck killer, you trade it down in mana most of the time. What do you think about this deck against Phoenix? I'm not knowledgeable in Pioneer to have opinions. yet. One day I will, and I'll give you all the answers. So far, I'm just playing the games, and you can watch them as I try to play my best to win a ball. Alright. Also learning. This is a very big part. See what land I draw, because if I don't draw anything, I just play Hunter Ridge tapped. So that I can cast this on turn 2. This Crucible will always be valuable. This is not combo deck. No Kroxa. Yeah, that list comes from Marcy Carvalho, who won the championship. I remember, actually, now that I remember, you asked me about Kroxa. I remember playing Kroxa, and it was so bad. Honestly, the last time I played this deck, I remember hating so much Kroxa and Sorin. And now that I see again, these cards aren't here anymore. So I guess the deck building have developed. Thank you, Zan, for the Prime sub. Welcome. I appreciate your support a lot. Trial of Ambition. Alright. There are 4 cards in hand. Let's see how this evolves here. The deck building has definitely evolved. Alright. I could go for Trespasser. I'm very afraid of Doom Foretold now, though, so I'm gonna Thoughtseize. I'll leave them with Demonic Pact, I think. I'll just take the Treacherous Blessing here. And then, do I want to loot? I think so. I'll get rid of this Cut the Ribbons. And maybe I draw another Discard spell. Or Den of the Bugbear. Perfect. This is why I played. This is why I cycled main phase. Exactly for the option to draw top land. Hello, Xan. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice stream. Alright, to do? They arrest my Chandra. That's alright. And then I have a Spirited Companion. And then you play a land. So you have in hand only Demonic Pact. No, sorry, 2 cards. One is Demonic Pact. This one is Trespasser, which is a very good threat, of course. Let's exile the enchantment. Yeah, I just play a top land and pass. No reason to do much. What deck is the opponent on? It looks to be an Esper Doom Foretold deck. Fable feeds, yeah, Kroxa was only relevant when you had Fable. Otherwise, it was just way too bad, in my opinion. They discarded a land. Ah, yeah, they drew Oath of Kayaya. So I still have in hand the Demonic Pact. To me, in my opinion, it was only good when I had exactly Fable. Oh, Sandra. Sandra, very strong. Let's play Sandra. You trust? Yeah. That's the same thing I do. I just trust, go blank. Ah, that would have been good, but nope. Your go. I'm not gonna use Fatal Push on this guy yet. Although I might. I probably do now. What's that? Demonic Pact. Alright. Yeah, I will. I'll play this. I wanna emblem with Chandra. This card deals damage to any target. Alright, cool. Draw. Bloodtithe Harvester. I'm gonna add mana now, so that I'm able to both play Den of the Bugbear and the Bloodtithe Harvester. And Chandra is so good against control. Just both card advantage and ramp and removal spell. Literally the 3 cards, the 3 things that you need in Magic. Yeah, no, honestly, I remember Kroxa being so bad just to cast. 2 mana discard a card was terrible. In Modern, you have so many ways to mill it. You have you have so many ways to get rid of it. In this deck, you only had Fable. Okay, you play Doom Foretold. Babine. I have to sacrifice the Bloodtithe Harvester here. For sure. I don't want to get rid of my Chandra. Draw. I wouldn't mind drawing a spell. Chandra, listen. You have to give me a spell here. Otherwise, I'll have to sacrifice you. I don't want to. Please give me a spell. Spell. Go blank. Una spell un po' di merda però, porca boia. Blood. Yeah, that's true. That you have also blood tokens. I apologize. I forgot about blood token. I don't think I want to discard go blank. I think I just need to fire up this and attack you. Oh, do I have to discard a card, right? Yeah, so wait this way. Attack you for 5, you go to 10. I still have this thing in the graveyard. Opponent has drawn cards. Now they can bolt and gain life. It doesn't look great. It does not look great. Yeah, blood tokens. But I don't know. Again, the general feeling whenever I played Crooksane before was that I hated it. So I just, now that you told me, noticed. Alright, yeah, they rightfully only killed the token. Remember, this says non-token, so I can't sacrifice a token. It would have played differently. Yeah, could be that I am making mistakes. They sacrifice Oath of Kayaya. Weird. Why don't you sack the trial? You have any cartouche? Opponent loved the. They should definitely have Bloodmoon in this format. They should definitely have Bloodmoon. Or Magus. Magus. Magus of the Moon. So there, I could have had the choice to go blank them, but I just think that my opponent card advantage is already so wide that the only way I can win this game is via just random damage, like in game 1. I'm not gonna fight this game anymore with the mind rots. Goodbye, Chandra. It's been good though. Ah, it's not bad. Thoughtseize. Take Yorion. And you take 5 more. You go to 9. Now they can. Let's see if they stack them well. Yeah, they'll stack them well. So they can do what? Oh, actually, it doesn't do anything. Demonic Pact. Tiger Point discards 2 cards. Okay, and then you sack it. Your hand isn't particularly good. You do get a 2/2 now, which is annoying, and gain 2 life. What's that? What's that? 3 white? What did you draw? Oh, okay. You put another Treacherous Blessing. Love it. I'm putting just really greedy. I mean, that's how they lost game 1. Okay, so Doom Foretold resolves. I am losing 2 life. They get a token. I draw. Thoughtseize again. Okay, let's play it. I'll discard Oath of Kayaya since this card gains them life. Everything else doesn't. And then I have to push as much damage as possible here. So I'll push 3 damage in. They go to 8. You can bring yourself to play Doom Foretold deck. Well, it's not good, but of course, like... Will I be doing a Pioneer power ranking? No, in order to do a power ranking, you have to be super knowledgeable. And I really dislike the content creator that do power ranking and they don't have any idea. In fact, I was very... not scared, but... resentless, is that a word? To put out my power ranking. Because then you might... Yeah, unless you're like... you have an answer for every question... you don't want to make people be like, oh, you didn't put my deck up there. That means my bet is bad. that means my deck is bad. And if your deck is bad, yeah, then yes, I mean, that's what it is. But if you just have no idea about what you're talking about, it's very bad. Alright, so they keep on losing life to draw a card. That's true. Reluctant. Okay, thank you. What did I say? My goal in this game is my opponent to not gain any life, but instead lose as much life as possible. Reluctant. Shambling Vents. Oh, they just drew it. Okay. Well, I have 3/4 damage next turn. Maybe 5. Because, of course, saying the power ranking like I did with Modern, I mean, if you own a deck and I didn't put in the top 16, it kind of feel bad. But at the same time, you want to tell people what to buy and play. Right, so let me attack with all. I have a couple of Fatal Push in my deck, exactly for the Shambling Vent. Allora, sei a 5, cazzo, they go to 1 life. So close, eh? So close, chat. Oh, you have Fatal Push. Yeah. So close to kill my opponent. Did I ever miss 1 point of damage? I don't think I did. I think I've... Yeah, I think I've never missed a point of damage here. I'll put you to 1, then you'll attack me with Shambling Vent, and you'll get out of the Treacherous Blessing lock. But maybe I draw, like, a Chandra and I kill you. Yaguma to 9 is too low. I understand that some good players with it win. It just really... It doesn't strike me as a good deck. That's it. Okay, so you're back to 3. Nah, it's over. I think I played this deck. I think I played this game fine. I think I gave myself the best option to win. Maybe this still good. I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, no, probably not. All right, good game though. Let's go to game 3. I'll be on the play. I think I like my sideboard. Yeah, I'm like my cyber guide, my cyber plan here. Not cyber guide. So I used to say cyber guide whenever I think about the word sideboard. All right, on the play. No companion on my side. How do you think you invoke Despair in this deck? Yeah, I mean instead of the, you could play it instead of the Goblin Dark-Dwellers. I don't think anyone will fold you for that. Lifebane Zombie. It's just a threat. Intimidate is quite good. Happy to draw land. Obviously, there was the risk of never hitting a land. We played 25 though, so. Oh yeah, we can also discard Yorion with Lifebane Zombie. That's gonna be good. I should probably like my own cyber guy too, for sure. They go Trial, and I go the best card of my deck. Probably best card of Pioneer. No, definitely not that, but best card of my deck. Yes. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yurko. Intimidate over Fear? Yeah, Intimidate. Spirited Companion, alright. Fear. Do you know when does the ability Fear come from? I'll show it to you because it's a very, very cool picture. Just like every old card. So Intimidate, you see the ability Intimidate there. The ability Intimidate comes from the card Fear. The card Fear is black Fear. Target creature cannot be blocked by any creature other than artifact and black creature. And then what they did was they put this card into a keyword, and then they changed the keyword to be Intimidate. So instead of being just black or artifact, it was every color. But the card Fear was originally a card put into a mechanic. Allora, let's go. I'm in my upkeep, draw. Fatal Push. Okay, so I will be discarding Fatal Push. Yes, I think I also discard Go Blank. I really dislike Go Blank. Such a weak card. Just Mind Rot. I don't want to play Mind Rot in Constructed. Cosa facciamo qui? Well, I can go attack. Thoughtseize Chandra. Yeah. Opponent loves to chum block, by the way. I think I want to take Doom Foretold here. Tergrid is a 4/5. 4/5 is actually very large. But arriva dopodomani. Let's just take Doom Foretold. So your hand is these 5 cards. Okay. Play. Yes. Play Chandra. I regret. Should have played Chandra first. I immediately thought about that when I played Thoughtseize, and then I'm like, hopefully I don't get punished. Boom, revealed the rest. Classic. Classic Magic, always punishing you for the tiniest mistakes. Alright, Fable flips. Oh, Goblin Dark-Dwellers. Huh. That's good, isn't it? So your hand is... What one did you play? Did you play the Isolated Chapel? Raffine's Tower, okay. So I know your whole hand. Well, my play could be simply... Simply just Thoughtseize them again. Do I want to also cast Bloodtithe Harvester? That's like a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm lethal next turn. If I go... Yeah, I definitely want to cast Dark-Dwellers because that combos with the Reflection. Yeah, I think it's alright. I'm gonna go mana. And I play Dark-Dwellers and I flashback Thoughtseize. Again, Mind Rot is just a bad magic card. Don't even cast it. Hey, do I want to take Tergrid or Treacherous Blessing? So Tergrid is a 5 mana 4/5, and that's like not bad. Because I can't really deal with a 4/5, so I'm just leaving them with the Treacherous Blessing here. I'll take Tergrid. And then I also cast this. They reanimate is Spirited Companion here, but it's tapped. Yeah, next turn I have a lot of damage. 8, 11, 13... Yeah, exactly 16 damage next turn. If the opponent doesn't do anything. I can also Mind Rot, but Mind Rot does literally... I mean, they have lands in hand. Yeah, I mean, I will if I don't have any other option. Buongiorno, Giorgio. 4 mana, what's that? What did you draw? Kaya's Wrath you drew. Mannaggia te. Okay. Draw. Graveyard Trespasser. Not bad. Chandra, what you do? I'll just exile the top card here. Maybe it's a discard spell. It is. Alright. Let's duress the blessing. And then let's play this guy. And I exile the companion. Did I see any combos with my opponent's graveyard? I think it was only the restoration of Iganjo. So exile the companion. And pass. Now you got a 3/4, but I have a Chandra emblem next turn, and you generally don't lose with a Chandra emblem. Especially, you know, my opponent hand should be quote-unquote hellbent here, so they have to get back Yorin, which I'll discard with a Lifebane Zombie. Yeah, they conceded. Alright, good match. Very close. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll take a bathroom break and be back for round number 3. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Let's go. Did I get a refund on Pity Needle Ignis? Yes, but I didn't get a 4-1. I got a 3-2 plus 10 tickets. I wanted the 4-1 on the YouTube channel. A couple of weeks back, you played in your RCQ, registered black-red, and got second place, sad face. Curie, I think your message right there is exactly the reason why Wizards decided to cancel competitive Magic. Because you get second place in a room of, I don't know, 50 people, and you write sad face. That means that according to, you, a normal Magic user, out of a tournament, out of a competitive tournament, there are 49 sad face, 1 happy face. So competitive Magic overall created more sadness that created happiness. I should spend some time thinking about why they would cancel competitive Magic in exchange of, I don't know, nothing. And I think that is the reason. They just didn't want the people to go to a tournament and 95%, 99% of them just ended up with a sad face. Alright. Peto Martinez. Vamos. I will keep this hand. I'm like missing a collar, but I got 3 Fatal Push that hopefully carry me to that turn. That could fix it with more invites. Invites to what? You just can't have a tournament of 1,000 people all invited. I know. That also for me, chasing the win is part of the happiness, but again, I am making sense of why they would decide to kill competitive Magic and Pro Magic. And I think the only reason is that they didn't want to incentivize people to refer as Magic with a sad face. Like imagine you play, I don't know, Monopoly or Risk or whatever game, and when you finish you're sad. You don't want to play that. You don't want to buy that game. Okay, let's go. They start with a Spikefield Hazard, and I go. Hopefully they have a thing in the Astral Ledger Shredder next turn. This should be Is it here. Nobody's ever happy playing Monopoly, is it? I mean, I don't play those games. No, that's not Kiori. It's just the thing that he expressed, which suits the simple emost, I think is the reason why there's no pro circuit anymore. Stonk, alright. Catan is very fun, sure. You play Bonecrusher G? Yep. Play a 3-mana 3/3. Pretty bad. Pretty bad if you ask me. Pretty bad if you ask me. Buongiorno, Andrea. Yes, we're playing Pioneer today. I'll trade? Nah. Do I trade? Maybe not. Maybe they just have creatures. Why don't they have creatures in the mono red deck? Oh, Lightning Strike. Okay. Discarding land. Okay. They don't have land. Okay. Can I draw land? Please? Ooh, light up the stage. Uh-huh. Pretty unfortunate sequence of draws on my side. Però, buona. These are the cards that have been dealt. Go. I could also pass and keep up Fatal Push. You think other people can play mainly with arena invites? Well, they basically killed the arena invites, right? The arena circuit just doesn't get invites to anything. It's just that, like, 32 people event, which is pretty impossible to chase. Yeah, honestly, I think what I should have done was just to pass, to flip to Knight, and then play a 4/4 the turn after. I'm gonna just play a triple Fatal Push, unless I'm dead, which I can very well be. Terra! E vaffanculo. Actually, I put in a Polluted Billion spell, I would have been back today, so. I'm on 6, dai vabbè, I'm muerto. That's fine, we're gonna fight back easily for the next game. Actually, I want both the rest. This opponent showed me a lot of burn. Take out Dark-Dwellers? Yeah. Oh, chat. When I was in Berlin, and they lost my luggage, I had to buy some random clothes, and I bought this T-shirt with this thing said on it. What does it mean, though? I never really made sense to what this means. I just bought it because it was a white T-shirt, but I didn't know what it meant. Did you know? It's just a brand. Those are, yeah, right? Those are just words. Zoomer lingo. Any Zoomer in my chat? Or since I'm streaming Magic Online, I have no Zoomer. By the way, whenever I watch my YouTube information, so who watches my stream, there's literally 0% under 18. I mean, less than 0.1% under 18, which is like wild. It's not German for sure. No, I mean, I know it's not German, but I was wondering where it came from. You're a Zoomer, it means, okay. It's not English. Bespoke means customized for the individual customer. Thank you. That now it makes sense. What is Greller Goblin used for? To flashback a spell. My opponent has a hand of cards. I will take the card that costs them more money. And pass. Customized white T-shirt. Yeah. You should check it out on Urban Dictionary. But that would mean I have to go to Google. Going to Google takes a lot of time when I can just ask my Twitch chat. It's not customized, that's the joke. Oh, thank you, Exan. Alright, I got the joke then. Cucumano. Draw. Oh, una bella terra. Buone terre. Man, these two games they have not been great, but that's fine. I guess it's the variance of playing a Rakdos deck with no card selection at all. Azoret. Che schifo. Man, it really sucks to lose this game, though. I would prefer not to lose if that's possible. Danny Rabo for the 14 months. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Eric, you just said the message that whenever I read the message like that, it automatically makes me think you're a stupid person. So don't say that message. Don't say, I run 25 level in Rakdos and I still got no lands. Because then I read it and I'm like, well, that person isn't smart, but that's okay. I don't say it. I just said it because I know you. I wouldn't say if I didn't know you. Alright, let's pushy this guy. Are you playing with fire, opponent? Are you playing with fire? Man, imagine putting an actual shock into your deck. Madonna mia. Doesn't get much worse than that. It doesn't get the bar for playable card. I think Play with Fire hits exactly the bar for the least possible playable card. 1 mana deal 2 damage and then you get a minor bonus. Like a very minor bonus. I am still losing the game. White Pepper said. Guarda lì, 2 danni a 1 mana. Mamma mia. Va bene, I go to 9. You have 2 cards and you scry to the bottom. At least I got value out of the scry effect. Give your Magma Jet. Right, why there's no Magma Jet? 2 lands you flipped. Nice. Can I draw a spell? Va bene, dai, that's a spell. You have one card in hand. Do I play Trespasser? I think so. I think I play Trespasser and gain 1 life. C'est à toi. Minor or minor? What's that? No! Azoreto? Azoreto. Azoreto too strong. Do I have any answer for Azoreto? Probably not. That's okay, I'll die. That's okay, I'll die. Azoreto probably the only way you can beat Rakdos, right? I think so. Va bene, va bene, va bene, good game. Pretty terrible games. Because I lost, of course. As a Magic player, I am supposed to complain about luck when I lose, and just say that I won because I'm the best when I win. That's in the form that you fill out when you play the game Magic the Gathering. I should have brought Epic Downfall. Yeah, maybe should have brought Epic Downfall. That's the reason to run Invoke Despair. Yeah, opponent clearly didn't have any other creature to sacrifice. Okay, let's go. We got... I want to say we got Lands and Spells. Yeah, we do get Lands and Spells. Yeah, it's true, exactly. You can sacrifice the Bloodtithe Harvester to kill it. Yeah. Always unlucky when you lose, but when you win, your opponent just draw perfectly and you beat them because you're the smartest of the two. Epic Downfall is in my sideboard. Yes, it is. It's mostly here because of the 2 mono green card. What's it called? Ogre Troll and Cavalier of Thorn. Okay. Oh, Bloodsoaked Champion. Figo. That's a cool card. What do you play? Humans? Is that Black-White Pyrovirus Humans? That's a good combo. If you told me you would have played Aspirant Opponent, I would have, What if I block here? Yeah, let's block and play Trespasser. Pretty good. Caves of Kalitas. Opponent has the luxury of playing with the Painlands, whereas we can't. Because Wizards of the Coast decided that Pioneer mana base needed to be unfair and needed to favor 5 colors over the other 5. They have Concealed Courtyard and Caves. We have none of these two. We don't have Blackcliff Cliffs, no Sulphur's Fall. What did you do there? Oh, you discarded a card. Man, this Graveyard Trespasser keeps on hitting. I do say it's bad, but maybe I'm wrong. Not maybe, I'm certainly wrong. Alright, let's play Thoughtseize first, because I want to play Bonecrusher G. Bella mano de merda. Mierda! Why didn't you discard a Declaration in Stone? Why do you need 2 Declaration in Stone? Just keep the Beautiful, this is a good card. Okay, this comes back to the first matchup where my opponent just played creatures and we killed them. You want Pioneer Masters? Nice. Pioneer Masters. You mean Pioneer Horizon, right? That's what you mean. This is non-token. It's not creature. Each non-token. So the Declaration Zone actually trades. Trade that well. Maybe just go Trespasser. And this is a 4/4 that gains me 2 life here. If they wanna play a Declaration in Stone, they have to, you know, discard the card. Double Master was such a letdown? Was it? I thought it was one of the, like, most sold set ever. Or rather, I don't know, people just... Stores can't keep any boxes because they buy them all. Stop discarding the unmutables! Like, the stores just can't keep them. As soon as the store gets the boosters, it goes away. Double Master Collector, yeah. Haha, it's a freebooter. I just played my one. You know, I see my opponent deck and I'm like, okay. Allora, let's bring in the Lifebane Zombos, the Rending Volley. This? Nah. Let's take on License Hearse. Let's take out Thoughtseize. Actually, I want to take some expensive cards like Chandra out. Certainly the Dweller. Yeah, I think I want to take a Chandra out. They even have the mutables. Perfect for limited. Round you, man. Do you know that Wizards print cards so that people buy them? You know that's their goal. Is this hand good? Probably not, but I'm not here to mulligan. I don't play a mid-range deck to mulligan. Throbbing Inspector. Thalia, Garden of Thraben. Oh no. That's actually annoying. E invece eccola lì, Rending Volley. Do I hit the Thalia? They might have protection card. Yeah, let's hit the Thalia now. And now I need to do the land dance, the land drop dance. Land drop, land drop, land drop, land drop. You do this here. You go to the upkeep step, you put the mouse here, and then you're gonna draw land. Watch Mango draw land here. Yeah, doesn't work. It only works 50% of the time though. So next time it should work. I'll do it again. The mouse here. Then upkeep stop, and then you draw the land, and your opponent loses. Dominaria spoilers. I haven't, but I can check them out as soon as possible. The land turned out to be a shredded dude. Alright, 1, 2, 3, tirame. Eccola lì! I told you, worked 50% of the time. Yeah, let's play a 3/3. Masquerade is just so solid. Just rock solid. You play it, opponent kills it, they discard a card, you're just there with a smile. How often you play a creature that actually want to die? Not that often. I mean, don't just say something like blood gas or things like that. See, look at that. Smile. Your opponent killed it. That's okay. You discarded a card. Mango happy. Oh, a nice little top land here. And then let's do it again. Maybe not. Maybe I want to play Lifebane Zombie first. Brave the Elements. I told you they would have had a removal spell. I told you. Sorry, a protection spell. Brave the Elements. You can read exactly what it does here. You can read here under my camera what the card do. What you do here? You suck a clue. Opponent. And now you're gonna pass. I'm gonna flip to Knight, and my Trespasser will gain 2 life. 2 life. Dos vita. Actually, I don't know how do you say life in Spanish. It also got Thoughtseize. That's gonna flip this to day, but whatever. Okay, I will discard the Archon of Emeria. Yeah, actually a little bit annoying. Archon of Emeria. They conceded. They decided, I am done, Pepengu. You have defeated me. Thank you. Alright, this league felt like... I don't know. I'm not a biggest fan of the play pattern of this format compared to Modern. I said it a lot, and I don't mind saying that. I'm not a big fan of just playing creatures and removals. I mean, I understand that part of Magic is that, but I love when Magic is more than that. If it's just, make my land drop, I play my creatures, you play your removal. I don't make my land drop, I lose. I don't play creature. I'm not a big fan of that. I understand that it's part of the game, but I think that it's the reason why I don't play Arena anymore. Because I love to move away from the play pattern of just lower power level format. What's the next deck? Well, the next deck, I want it to be a proper video. Just the play pattern of lower power format are just not very good, I think. Draft, the play pattern of draft is also not great, but you make it up by actually sculpting your deck, so that's fun. Yeah, exactly. This league felt like playing limited, for real. We went 3-1, played against creature decks, and just lost when we got Color Screw and Mana Flood, you know? Alright, last match on the play. I got lands and spells. Let's go. I do not have a top tier in Pioneer. What deck in Pauper? Stay tuned to find out more. I'm gonna be like at one of these television programs. Should combo deck exist in a format? Of course. Combo deck is what makes a format exciting. Again, I'm not a fan of formats with creatures and removal spell only. Yeah, Underage, go. I could have gone Thoughtseize, but Stomping Ground, okay. Traverse the Ulven Vault for snow-covered island. I was like, what? Snow-covered is in this format? Yes, it is. Let's go for a Thoughtseize. What you got? Holosification, because of fun. Burning Anger, because of fun. And should I get you Gather the Pack? I'm gonna take Gather the Pack, because of fun. And to fire you, yeah. So opponent is the 3-2 put all the auras onto it deck. My Trespasser will be good here. Oh yeah, I know that in this format there's combo. I know. I just think that my opponent deck didn't play combo. This is somewhat a combo deck, so. They venture deeper themselves. What did you venture deeper? Nothing of meaningfulness. So your hand is Shredder and these other cards. Va bene. On top of keep draw. A licensed Hearse. I'll just go Trespasser here. I'll take the Shredder. My opponent plays a 3-2 card and puts all the auras onto it. I guess drawing a licensed Hearse is very good here. It's a deck that exists in Modern. You can win on turn 3 or something like that. I remember somebody actually top-8 a challenge once. The card is called Storm Herald. Draw. I'll go push. I'll license Hearse. Top land. Attack. Exile that. And pass. And now we have the unlicensed Hearse, so yeah, think. No Chandra plus unlicensed. I want to have this in play. I'm playing against a combo deck. I mean, I know that they aren't doing anything and I'm gonna win with literally anything I do, but might as well, right? Might as well respect the combo elements of my opponent deck. You must say for now power level since we're good. What do you mean, Drakor? Buongiorno, people. It's fine. And your Lionels, I mean, anything would have won this game. Okay, so let's put Go Blank because my opponent has a lot of graveyard synergies. Let's also put Duress. This one doesn't work. 6 cards. I think I want to take a Dreadbore. Maybe not. You know, Bonecrusher Giant I think works. Let me check out the card Storm Herald. Can I kill it before Storm Herald? Does it have a trigger? Allora, 3 mana 3-2 haste. When this buffer to a number of auras under your control attached to it, exile those auras, and yeah, you can easily kill this. Okay, I'll take out Kalitas, Dweller. What about Chandra? Probably Chandra 2. Bring in the 6. I'll take out the Dreadbore. Actually, yeah, no. Tenacious Underdog is a threat. No. Indominaria, okay. I'll check it out later. What do we got? Lands and spells. That's a keep. I'll put it with special 61. Why do I put Go Blank? Go Blank exiles. Remember, Go Blank is a Tormod's Crypt. That is Mind Rot. It's not a Mind Rot. Silent Gravestone, so I can't use Graveyard Trespasser or Unlicensed Errors on my opponents. I don't mind about having Swamp up on turn 1. Hello, DeBrocker, how's it going? This is gonna be the last match. Server City Wayfinder. They got a landing end. Draw. Play Harvester and pass. Remember, okay? So whenever you bring a Go Blank, it's not because of the Mind Rot, it's because of the Tormod's Crypt. Ok, what did I do? Gutter the pack. E cosa ha fatto? Gutter the pack. I put Ledger Shredder in your hand. So you have Ledger Shredder in your hand. And then you have, what's that? 1 red? Oh, Treasure Cruise? Pogs! Oh, Madonna mia. Turn 3 Treasure Cruise? Congrats. Congrats, opponent. That's a success. I'm gonna go Harvester and Takenuma. Go. Wait, what happened? Opponent played Gutter the Pact and Treasure Cruise. Alright, Ledger Shredder. And City Wayfinder. Okay. So they're refilling their graveyard. They discard, they loot away Burning Anger. And they reveal 4 lands. Okay. Burning Anger, not so good in multiple copies. What you got in end? Bark Channel Pathway. Alright. And then I push the Shredder. End of turn. And I go. Remember that I mean, let's just attack with both. Opponent will double block. I Bonecrusher 1. I don't want to play Go Blank, or do I? Do I want to play Go Blank? Yeah. Yeah, I will. Let's see what they do. Alright, they took the damage. Interesting. What now? There are 5 cards in hand. They could easily have a Treasure Cruise. I think I have to go on top land, Go Blank. But my opponent can just, next turn, kill me. Yeah, opponent can't kill me, so I'm just playing on top land and passing. If they have Treasure Cruise, it's bad, but I don't want to go blank and then they just go God of the Pack, Storm Herald, I die. Yep. So Traverse. They got Storm Herald. And they cast it. I'm gonna Bonecrusher Giant. I can also. Oh no, they got Treasure Cruise first. Yep. That was obviously that was the risk. That was the risk. One blue. They mill themselves for 4. Classification. Traverse. Storm Herald. Okay. Okay. And they pass. I'm gonna go push on the Secret Keeper. Cause that one, yeah, good. I don't want to play Bonecrusher. Thoughtseize isn't bad here. Attack with both. If they double block, oh, the single block. Okay, so they go to 4. I want to for sure go Thoughtseize. Their hand is not great. So here, if I discard Ox of Agonas, here, what happens? I think I want to discard Ox of Agonas and go blank them. They'll discard 2 lands but exile the whole graveyard. So they'll leave themselves with Ledger Shredder, Storm Herald. I guess it's bad. I guess it's too risky. I think I'm just discarding Storm Herald and pass here. Just discard Storm Herald and pass here. See what they draw. What does this do? Exile Gravestone and all cards from graveyard, 0 card. Okay, they basically never do that. Pretty funny that they never draw any Licensed or Graveyard Trespasser here. Let's see what they do. They play Shredder. Did I draw a spell? We're beating Double Cruise with our Bloodtithe Harvester beat down here. You played the Pathway and you played Gather the Pack. Okay, pretty happy I took this. So first you loot. And then, oh, you discarded Ox of Agonas. Sure. And then you... Okay, you can keep 2 creatures, right? Yeah. So here you can keep, I don't know. 2 Shredders you kept. And then you play a Shredder. Okay. So you have 4 cards in end. Yeah, I think we win, right? Yeah. Because I push this. I don't win yet, actually. I definitely want to keep the Go Blank. I want to also play the Bonecrusher. Where do I play the Bonecrusher? On the City Wayfinder or on face? Does that make a difference? It doesn't. I'm just gonna go on City Wayfinder. Then they have to chump block. And you discard a Southern Gravestone. Draw. Removal. Okay. I made a mistake. I just realized it now. I should have probably not played Bonecrusher and let him chump block me. Okay, I did make it, so I'll have to leave with it now. Opponent's on 1. And I will sacrifice a blood first. Draw Trespasser. Do I win? Exile 1 target card from a graveyard. What does this do? Cards in graveyards can't be targeted. Even mine? That's annoying. I thought it was only yours. Cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or ability. Okay. Then I'm just going go blank. And then I have to hope your 3 cards aren't that good. What you discarded? 2 Botanical Sanctums. Yep. They go Shredder. They go Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah. Really sad about this, because I would have had 2 Bloodtithe. Alright, whatever. And you pass? Alright, draw. Not bad here, huh? Very good, actually. So I can blitz this. That's the best play, right? Let's blitz this. They have to trade. Exile. They have Sullen Gravestone. I can't target anything. No reason for me to kill the Goblin Shaman. They have to trade regardless, so. Yeah, this card has prevented me from winning the game. I draw a card. Yeah, they have... Oh, Overworldly Gaze. Yeah, that's a good draw. Oh, 2 Burning Anger in graveyard. Okay, let's see if they have a Storm Herald. In upkeep, they flash this back. And then they loot again, so they have a lot of look. They put Colossification in the side. Let's see if they drew the card that they need. They have 9 cards in the deck, by the way. That's a lot of cards, and that's a very few cards in the deck. I guess that's why they play 61 special. Oh, they find Storm Herald. I'm not dead, though, right? Yeah, I'm not dead. That's only 13. Oh, it's plus 20? Oh, okay, then I'm dead. GG. Opponent went through 52 cards of their deck. They have 8 cards in the deck at 44. I would have won the game if I didn't Bonecrusher end of turn, I think. Yep. Alright, Diablo, you win. Let's go to game 3. I'm on the play. But yeah. Pretty cool game regardless. I'm happy about it. Honestly like the sideboarding that I have here. Yeah, let's just go. Yeah, Silent Gravestone prevents them from using Trespasser and Licensors. Would you like to play first? Yes. Keep. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go this into Thoughtseize. Alright, so they have once again the Silent Gravestone. I can try to ignore this and just go for the Merfolk Secret Keeper, which is the card that mills them. Or I can just go Silent Gravestone and expect to draw my sideboard, my hate cards. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the Silent Gravestone and pass. Okay, that's the card they drew. They're gonna venture deeper. And they found the Burning Anger and Storm Herald. Go! Okay, Secret Keeper, Steam Vents. Top, so they don't want to go over Worldly Gaze there. I have no idea why I didn't play that on the Bugbear. I apologize for that. I really don't know what my brain told me. Ledger Shredder. Okay. I should try Monogreen Pioneer on stream. You can check one of my old YouTube videos with Monogreen. Definitely a cool deck. Okay. You have a card on top of your deck that you like. Okay. Draw. Push. I think I still want to go Dreadbore, right? Yeah, I think push is more... push has more uses. No, it's fine. I will, I have already played... Ooh, Selling Gravestone. This is the reason why you don't want to discard it. Because they judge another one, it's a bad draw, but now it's a live draw. Yep. Ay. Bad. This one would have attacked next turn. I just took his card. Or target card. Yep. Where's my K command? Where is it? I don't know. One card left. And they play it. Traverse. Alright. Keep a card in their hand. It's probably gonna be the Storm Herald. Yep. Samuelibot. Where do I go on vacation today? This week. Next week I go to Croatia. Next week I'll take my vacation and go to Croatia. That's gonna be good. Very, very good. With two friends of mine and my father, who's the skipper. With the boat. Upkeep, gaze. Okay. Thank you for the 2-month sub. Skipper slash chef. AK5, you go that. What did you win? And you leave a card on top. Okay. And you play another of that. Okay. Boy, just desperate looking for the Ox of Agonas here. I don't have anything, chat. I don't have anything. I just let lands and pass. Alright, this goes on the stack. And we have to kill it. Wait, creatures you control? Oh wow, I didn't know. I didn't know it worked like that. Oh wow, I died? I had no window. So it's not a Greasefang. I didn't have any window to protect myself here. Right? You have to wait for target. It doesn't target. There's never a written target on this card. I didn't have a window to do anything. Ah, I lost. Cool stuff. Rakdos. Strong deck. All good. Thanks for watching.